Yo, guys, how y'all doing? So, I just woke up. Unfortunately, I didn't woke up at the time of the release of the Gacha Revenue for July 2024, because your boy was tired as fuck. I had only slept 4 hour tops from the last maybe 4 or 5 days, so I was super tired. I ended up oversleeping, but still, we are here to talk about July 2024 Gacha Revenue. Are you guys ready? So, without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? So, as you guys can see, I just made it blind proof so everyone can see it properly. Basically, ZZZ got nearly $100 million for its first month. Isn't that fucking insane, dude? Like a fucking 96 million. Besides all the Western CC hate, the criticism, the community hating on the game, the WuWa community, the Genshin community, the Honkai community, basically every other gacha community trying to discredit Zenless Zone Zero, some creators who also didn't enjoy Zenless Zone Zero, and to be fair, most of the creators' criticisms and complaints were totally fair, totally valid. I'm not trying to discredit them, but most of the other gacha communities were indeed criticizing ZZZ because it simply wasn't their gacha, and you know how it is. Gachas have a problem with a huge sunken cost fallacy, so most of the people that play even other MiHoyo games like Genshin Impact and HSR or Honkai Impact 3rd, or even gachas from other companies like WuWa, they love to criticize and downplay and discredit other gachas just because it isn't theirs. This way, they would try to keep the relevancy and the market share of their game higher, right? So this way, their games continues to be popular, and because of that, they don't feel like they've wasted the money and the time that they deposit on their favorite game. So that is kind of a natural human reaction. Still kind of petty, right? Still kind of lame, but still, it is kind of a normal human reaction after all. But yeah, let's talk about it, shall we? So ZZZ made $96 million in a month. That's crazy. Love and Deep Space coming in a clutch with almost 36 million only on CN, which is fucking insane. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Just a mere fact. Let's just take a look at CN only first, right? So Naruto Mobile, the shit is CN only. Unfortunately, I wanted to see how this game was. If the shit was like a card game, if it was like a turn-based game, or if it was an actual cool action-based game. Because again, I'm a gameplay enjoyer, so I'm all for gameplay. Then it comes Genshin, WuWa, and Honkai, and I've heard some little birdie whispered in my ear that again, the first 2 to 3 days on iOS only, the WuWa monetization amount, the gathered amount from the first 2 to 3 days from checking the banner was not counted. Only on iOS was not counted. So this number was supposed to be slightly bigger, maybe even surpassing Genshin Impact on China. So this is pretty interesting. This means that basically they just saw WuWa would be on top, maybe on top of Genshin, and for sure on top of HSR, which is, to be honest, a super fair place for WuWa. I love WuWa. I still think the game has a lot of room to improve, right? Since the game's on 1.1, 1.2 is right around the corner. So still, I'm just glad to see that WuWa keeps fighting for the top dog spots, right? Keeps competing, keeps making good money. This, for Kuro Games, for y'all that don't know, is a big fucking revenue. Because if you just go down and see PGR, they usually make around 1 to 2 milli a month. So going up to 16 milli a month is amazing for them, right? Will allow them to do a lot more things, develop new games, invest harder on WuWa, and even make PGR a better game, right? So that's a W for all the Kuro gameverse, right? For all their titles, even the upcoming ones. So besides the big ones, ZZZ, Genshin, WuWa, and Honkai, the interesting thing is Love and Deep Space, the gacha for girls, right? The ones that we pull for whose bandos, and the gameplay is dating. Bro, this is super interesting to me because people love to say that in China there's a huge incel wave where people don't want men on their games. They only want waifus, no men's, whatever, whatever. And whenever you see that number, are you really going to try to convince me that those games, Hoyo games, WuWa, and all of those big gachas should really remove men from the game? I don't think so. Because I'm going to be honest, this value, this monetary amount, the fact that they are on fucking second slots on China just proves that there is a space for women in gacha, for women consuming gacha, and for male characters in gacha. So I don't think that incel wave on China that's happening, that they were crying about other games, especially smaller gachas, right? I don't think that wave will eventually bleed out into bigger games, because Love and Deep Space is here to prove that it is possible to monetize husbandos, to monetize male characters right in gacha. You just have to know how you do it. That's especially for Hoyo, because they gotta stop doing femboys and start doing real men, right? To be able to monetize them properly, just like the guys from Love and Deep Space. I don't know if you guys saw any images from it. I follow Hex Juice on Twitter, and she posted some videos from Love and Deep Space. And I'm gonna be honest, bro, those guys look fire. They look sexy as hell, all masculine, all stylish, but still all cute and well dressed. Bro, I'm gonna be honest, gachas gotta learn how to do men. WuWa already took the male characters to a next level, but now we gotta take it even further. I wanna have some cool male characters to play too, dude. I don't wanna just play Gian and Calcharo. I want other cool characters. The next male character on WuWa, it's whatever. ZZZ still haven't had a cool 5-star character, a male 5-star character that I want to play, especially at DPS. We only have fucking Billy, and who's going to fucking play a standard 4-star unit, dude? I want a cool ass character to play, a male character. Not that I had anything against women. I love playing Zui1, if you guys know what I mean, and I'm going to love playing Jindo as well. But still, we need some cool male characters in gaming. China just has to learn how to do it. Love and Deep Space is here to prove it, right? So after that, after the usuals and the clear special one, the special boy, right? We have Light and Night. I never heard of this game, I'll be honest with you. It seems to be the same premise as Love and Deep Space, at least judging by the cover. Mostly a male driven game, right? So husbandos and all of that idea. Netting 8 million, losing 50% of the revenue. I wonder why. Maybe the game launched last month and that's why it cut in half. Maybe just had some bad husbandos. Maybe, which is more probably, Love and Deep Space just stole a lot of the audience and the money from Light and Night. I don't know. FGO coming in a clutch with a 4x multiplier. I wonder what happened here. Probably a newer character release. No clue. Arknights, as y'all can see, lost a little bit of profit. Inside the normal range. I'm actually pretty interested in playing Arknights. I may want to give it a try, so if you guys want to look at it, subscribe to the channel, follow me on my Twitch. But yeah, Snowbreak, also known aka as Snow Peak, right? Y'all know what I'm saying? Snow Peak, which actually is going to have a pretty hefty fight with Tower of Fantasy. I don't know if y'all know it, but Tower of Fantasy is starting to go the Coomer route. So Snowbreak is going to have a challenge to fight, because in my opinion, in my layman opinion, in my outside perspective, if I had to choose between Snowbreak and Tower of Fantasy gameplay, I would pick Tower of Fantasy any day of the week. Because Snowbreak looks a lot clunkier, a lot worse. But again, that's just my outsider perspective, right? But still, I do think we're gonna see those numbers from Snowbreak go a lot lower whenever the new Tower of Fantasy update comes out and the Coomers start migrating into an MMO aspect instead of the FPS genre that Snowbreak is, right? Tears of Themis, never heard of it. Reverse 1999. Shit got cut in half. I wonder why. Again, PGR, we already talked about it. Epic 7 keeps on a steady pace. And besides that, no one really cares, right? So let's take a look at Global plus Japan. Sure, why not? So, this is on top, Honkai and Genshin after. Nikke, of course. Nikke is loved worldwide. Everyone loves Nikke. I still gotta try it, but of course I've already watched it, and I already know why y'all, men of culture, love this game, right? WuWa suffered a half of the profit on this month. It is what it is. Solo leveling as well. Solo leveling is probably just going to fade out into oblivion. Just to be honest with y'all, they already don't have anything to develop inside the solo leveling IP. I don't know if you guys saw the last character that they announced. The character literally doesn't exist in the original series and the original IP. So they for sure are going to take that route, obviously, because they don't have other choice. They can't release new characters. It's not like Dragon Ball where they can release Goku, then Goku Super Saiyan 1, then 2, then 3, then whatever. So solo leveling is just going to stray further and further away from its original IP, and that's just going to kill most of the true fans of the series away from the game. And if they wanted another action RPG, they're probably just going to trend to other games like WuWa and ZZZ, right? So, Epic 7. I'm amazed that Epic 7 is here because, to be honest, I have no interest in that game, especially PvP and Gacha. But it's interesting to see how that old Gacha model, right, especially with using PvP to incentivize whaling, is still going that big. Because again, I've played those type of old gacha models, which usually use PvP as a tool to incentivize spending, but I'm not really a fan of it. Again, PvP, I like it to be the most balanced as possible, just like a competitive game, kind of CS, League of Legends, you name it. But still, pretty interesting to see how hard they're profiting this month. I don't know if there was an amazing character in July for Epic 7, because again, I don't keep up with it, but still, it is interesting that they made more than twice their standard revenue. Summoner's War, old as gacha. You have to spend a shitload. It is a gacha for older people just because the game is old, just because you have to do a heavy spending to be able to keep up with the game. So I'm not interested at all in it. And Fire Emblems, which was one that I loved to play, actually pretty interesting that they can keep it steady, keep it healthy. Memento Mori, never played of it. Cookie Run Kingdom, there it is, Tectone. You stopped playing and the game instantly loses 1 million. I wonder why. And Brown Dust Shoe, I've seen some cute, cute to say the least, animations on it. But I don't know if it's my type. I was going to try that Sword of Condelaria or whatever, and I ended up not trying it yet. I want to give it a try to one of those strategy ones, just to say that I truly don't like it. Because I'm gonna be honest, strategy games for me have to be complex and fair, and the strategy has to be the main focus, not having dupes of characters. Right, HSR? And having a fucking fun button that kills all the purpose of having a strategy game. But still, that's just my take, right? I'm not saying that the game's trash. Snowbreak also making a huge up into the global market. I wonder how much of this is actually Japanese and how much of this is global. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Actually, let's take a look right now. Let me see just Japan. Right, so Uma Musume continues to make a shitload of money. I don't get it. How can a game about waifus fucking mixed with horses, fucking centaur waifus make so much money, dude? That just doesn't connect with me. Dragon Ball, obviously. Blue Archive, interesting because, bro, that's basically a fucking lolicon game. I don't get it. Whatever. Especially because it is basically an auto game. Just click to use the skills. There's no gameplay involved. So again, it isn't my niche. It isn't the things that I like. But it's interesting how big this shit is in Japan. I mean, Fate obviously is that big, right? It is a Japanese IP, so it makes sense. Puzzle and Dragon is one of the oldest gachas I think that they play in Japan, right? That it is originally Japanese, so it is what it is. And where is the game though? Arc Knight, Azure Lane. Seems like the Snowbreak wasn't a Japanese spending after all. It was truly global. Interesting. So now let's just see the combined, right? Oh, no combined? Really? What the hell is going on? Yeah, boys, pretty interesting. So ZZZ reigns on top. I wonder how much ZZZ is going to fall next patch, because If y'all know, we have Qingyi and Jane Doe next patch, and I do think Jane Doe is going to sell a lot, especially for the meta slaves. And we all know who Qingyi was made for all those lollies that want a Hatsune Miku-like character. It is what it is. But still, I'm pretty interested to see what happened. Again, I feel kind of sorry for WuWa. This is fucking the second or third month in a row that they have problems registering the amount that they made because of a fucking bug or something. At least that's what I've heard, right? That's the words that got to me. That again, they lost around 2 to 3 days of the initial revenue on Changli, the literal launch of the banner, because of some bug. We still gotta verify that information, but still pretty interesting to see it, right? Yeah, boys, I do think it is. Let me see if there's anything else worth noting. Honkai Impact 3rd, that's still a game that I want to try, I'm gonna be honest. If ever WuWa and ZZZ go into a drought period, right? But there's nothing else to do, and I haven't picked up any other gacha, I may give Honkai Impact 3rd a shot just to see where Hoyo started from, right? To understand their initial philosophy and all of that shit. To understand where they could probably take ZZZ, right? Just like the EO video with 2 Honkai Impact 3rd veterans. That video was awesome. I really recommend you guys checking it out, by the way. Oh yeah, that's pretty much it. AFK, I don't care, couldn't care less for a game that you literally don't play. Oh, Tower of Fantasy. Keep steady on the 500s. Kinda lame for Tower of Fantasy, I'm gonna be honest. I have a hope that this amount will increase a lot after the Kumar update. But let's wait and see. I do feel like Tower of Fantasy is going to steal Snowbreak position, right? Well, boys, that was pretty much it for today. This was this month's Gacha PvP, Gacha Revenue, Sensor Tower, whatever you guys want to say. Pretty interesting. Again, ZZZ reigning on top, boys. It is what it is. And again, great to see WuWa still fight with the big dogs. It simply didn't melt out of existence. It didn't get ignored by everyone. So love to see it. That's pretty much it, boys. Hopefully, if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave it a like, subscribe to my channel, follow me on my Twitch, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.